My name is Violetta. Today we have October the 3rd, 2017. I'm a psychic, and I would like to, at the beginning, to say our deepest condolences to all America for the loss of so many people and so many wounded, all the families. Our hearts with you. Okay? And my son will be asking me questions, and I will close my eyes and I will try to see some picture or some little video, and that will be the answer for the question.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, just to let you know, at the end I will be asking a question about the Las Vegas shooting.
Oh, okay. Don't tell me now. Okay.
Alright, just to prepare you.
Don't scare me.
Alright, so let's start with Robert Mercer and Steve Bannon. So Robert Mercer, who is a billionaire mega donor of the GOP, has donated heavily into Breitbart News. Steve Bannon and Trump too. Steve Bannon is executive chairman of Breitbart. My question is, what does Robert Mercer want from Breitbart and essentially from Steve Bannon himself?
He wants to have control, but he's spending a lot of money, the money dripping from one side, and from the other one it's open door for whatever he wants to achieve. He wants to have his freedom of doing what he wants to do.
Who are you exactly talking about, Steve or?
No, Robert Mercer. And he is one of the biggest collection of guns, so don't expect that he will get his guns away even after that shooting.
Yeah, he's very pro-guns.
And Bannon is building a strong bottom for Trump, and I have the feeling he is building for himself as well the stage. I wouldn't be surprised if he wouldn't like to be the next president of the United States.
Well, let's see here. What are Steve Bannon's political aspirations?
Shooting arrows to the top. Yeah, I think he wants to be the next power holder. And I asked you a few days ago why he is not against Trump officially, but he's showing Trump that he has power, but in the public speeches he is so nice to Trump. I think he still wants to hold to the Mercer's family for the power. So he doesn't want to backstab officially Trump, but I think he wants to take his position.
Well, the Mercers donated to Bannon before.
Oh yes, and they called Trump to take Bannon.
Yeah, exactly. They forced him. So, let's see. Next question is about Donald Trump Jr. So Donald Trump Jr. ditched his Secret Service. We don't have to hold hands yet. Donald Trump Jr. ditched his Secret Service protection, traveled to Canada, essentially endangering his national security, to go hunt a moose, and then returned to the States and reactivated his Security Service protection. Why? Why did he do that?
Okay. He's in the spotlight, and then he's going to the dark place. I saw the little Red Hood meeting with the wolf in the forest.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah. I don't know if how you say?
Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay. That little girl was wearing the red outfit to me, red is symbol of Russia. I wouldn't be surprised that he was meeting with some people from Russia.
Well, there were...
and the big, wolf and so on. I don't know, but he might have met someone in the forest.
There were several oligarchs that flew in the vicinity of him.
Yeah, that was all over the internet as well.
Did he meet with the oligarchs?
It's face in the sky, big glasses, hat, very privately we wouldn't know because it is someone wearing too much camouflage on themselves. So even if he met, we wouldn't know. But I have the feeling that he didn't go for the moose, he was going for the wolf. Because that's...
Where did they meet? Steps,
going up. Some road that there are so many, you can count the steps in that road. I don't know where they met. Somewhere in the environment that is not visible, but on the snow you can see the steps.
Footsteps or stairs?
Yeah. Footsteps. So they met somewhere in the wilderness, so it's very hard to... Well, it's easy to trace the steps, so maybe they will be able to trace them.
You're saying...
We have already winter, so the footsteps on the snow are visible.
They met in the wilderness.
They met in the wilderness, yeah.
That would make sense. Okay.
And maybe it will be a woman that he will meet. Because Red Hood, it will be maybe woman a spy.
Huh.
Wolf?
They wouldn't be looking for a woman, would they?
I don't know, but the wolf in that story for children who was eating grandma and so on.
Well, the reason that he got rid of his security is because he wanted privacy. That's what he said.
That's what I'm seeing. But I'm seeing the red.
If they catch him meeting with a woman, then he can claim, it's my private life.
Yeah, he had an affair, but...
Okay. So Jared and Ivanka have used personal email accounts to send communications for White House business. What will be their punishment for doing this? I mean, Hillary got hell for it.
They will have a lot of spotlights, a lot of cameras. I don't think they will be really punished. It will be just talk, glamorized and talk, more talk than punishment. It was seeing you on TV screen, but I don't know if it will be real punishment for that.
Okay. With ongoing military tensions with Korea, Rex Tillerson traveled to China for North Korean crisis talks. Meanwhile, Trump stayed back, tweeting, "Save your energy, Rex. We'll do what has to be done." Now, my question is Trump employing these words as a good cop, bad cop strategy, or is he pushing for a war?
Like someone is shooting the targets.
Like shooting pigeons?
Yeah, targets, that they throw something.
Pigeons, clay pigeons.
Whatever. He's practicing for something, but it's a game. When you shoot the targets, it's not real thing. You can hurt someone, of course, but the targets through it was like the frisbee, you know, they were through and someone will be shooting them. It's not real pigeons, it was like those discs that you threw and someone else is shooting.
So it's a game. It's not
more
real.
For him to show off that he can do it because he can say it and he has practice, but I don't think.
Does Kim Jong-un see that as a game, or is he taking it seriously?
He is ready. He is ready. 2 spots with the plane is going up and then there are 2 spots of lights. I had the feeling those 2 spots are China again and Russia. He will go for connection with those countries for protection. If he has protection from China, I don't think Trump will be able to start the war. And China doesn't want to have a war on that peninsula.
China probably doesn't want America and North Korea either. Or South Korea. Yeah. Okay. Trump's lawyers are urging Trump to remove Kushner from the White House. Why did they see Kushner as such a liability?
Okay. Long time ago when the prisoners were going, they had the big ball metal thing on the legs so they can't run away. And it was holding them down, dragging them backwards. They see this as a problem for Trump. And they think he's dragging him like the prisoner couldn't run away because he will have that handcuff, leg cuff, whatever, with that big ball. You know what I'm talking about? They had that ball connected to one leg and they could walk, but they were like slaves with heavy object connected to them. So they think Kushner will have to answer some questions to Mueller, and it's not profitable for Trump. He might pull him to the prison, actually.
Oh.
Because that will be a symbol of long time ago.
Yeah, prisons.
Prisons of war, slaves, whatever. That would be a symbol.
You said that in the previous video that Kushner was the weak link.
Weak link, but now it's more like problem for Trump. Big, heavy object that is holding him back.
Okay. Trump's lawyers went for lunch to a restaurant frequented by many New York Times reporters, since it's next door to the New York Times building. Trump's lawyers began discussing strategy concerning the Trump-Russia scandal and were overheard by a New York Times reporter, who later published what they had said. Did Trump's lawyers want to be overheard?
Mm-hmm. It's like a big ear. They wanted this to be public. It's like a Mercer ear for when you were making dolls, puppets.
So it's not real.
I think they wanted to make, and it's cartoonish, so I think they knew what they were doing. They are not that stupid. They knew what they are doing. They wanted to give Mueller some information and point him maybe even the wrong direction.
Misinformation.
I think they have some information that Mueller will be interested, but not as good as they want him to think that they have, so they want him to go different direction.
Where should Mueller be looking instead?
Places where there is a lot of richness, palaces. I think Trump has other safes in his clubs and so on that Mueller should look at. Or even Kushner might have some places where they have better safes than that one.
Geez, that would make sense. They could easily dig up dirt on Kushner.
Mm-hmm. But there was those beautiful palaces, 2 of them I have seen. And, I don't think it's Mar-a-Lago. They are more to the west from Washington, D.C. So they have 2, one little bit, maybe even on the same level of D.C., Washington, another is a little bit lower to the map. But there were 2 golf clubs that there. I knew that those are golf clubs, but they were like palaces. That would be interesting.
Well, Kushner's so deep in debt he's so deep in debt that he can't really afford, a good legal team. Or as much as
he has
Trump.
A good one.
Oh yeah, but I mean, Trump has money to burn when it comes to.
But legal. I think he's paid by Trump's. Not GOP, but the people who are he's making money for those for the next from the rallies, and that will be paid for Kushner and him. Not for metaphor, but for Kushner and him. They were as MSNBC was saying that will be paid by those money.
See, that bothers me because these rich people can afford these legal teams that
yeah, but
that just keep the court cases going till forever. Like Donald Trump Jr. Open shut case.
Yes, he will be one of them.
He was colluding. Mm-hmm. Anybody else's son would be in jail.
Yeah,
but he's still out free going moose hunting. At the same time. Will Donald Trump Jr. end up in jail?
Very narrow window, dark walls and very narrow window. I don't see the bars, but very narrow window. So he will be partly, because dark walls and long window. Maybe that's a jail as well, but some scrutiny will be done on him. It's like in old castle, you had those windows in the castle, very narrow, and then dark room. But it was open, it was not with bars, so he might get somehow away partly.
Just for fun. If Donald Trump Jr. went to jail, what would that be like for him?
Okay. Long time ago, in the mines, they had a horse that they will bring to the mines when it was a young horse. And that poor creature will be working there until it will die. Moving the machines.
So it would break him.
It will be hard on him, yes. It will be absolutely not his comfort zone. He will feel like he is, in Polish, is in karet. Put to the karets. Yeah, he will be zaprzężony do karata. Yeah, he will feel that he is suffering. He is paying some working. Well, it was prison for the horse for the whole life. The horse was killed eventually by working so hard. They were feeding him, they were giving him everything, but he was extremely abused over there. So he might have.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Is there more to the Las Vegas shooting than the public is being made aware of?
It's devastation, like after earthquake. The bridges, everything is destroyed. There is something related to the structure of government. This man had some. Ask another question if you can.
What message was he trying to send?
He wants to be famous. He wants to have attention, but it was against the government. I don't know why, but he was feeling that he's making statement to some people. It's earthquake. After earthquake, everything is collapse. It was his private battle with government. I can't understand too much from this, but it looks like he was so upset. It was like he was a spy. And he felt used. He wanted to make himself a famous. I have the feeling that he might have worked for the government and then rebel. But that's my feeling. I don't want to be Paul, But it's my feeling that he was so rebel towards government. And it will make sense because he started shooting when they were singing a song, God Bless America. It was like he was waiting for that to be the same moment. Don't ask me why I feel that way, but I feel he was making some statement.
What did he want to change?
Yapping people, saying things that it was like yapping. He doesn't believe what it said to. I don't understand, but it was mouth talking one to another. I don't think we will know the whole truth about that.
Was he trying to target anyone in particular, or was he shooting mostly women or men? Was there someone in the crowd?
Second row went to third row in the middle.
Third row in the middle of the stage?
No, from the stage.
Well, that's what I'm saying, in front of the stage.
From the stage, yeah. I don't know who was sitting there. Because I saw first, second, and third. It could be because they were like lights, first, second, and third roads. Someone was there, and yeah, you were right. He was aiming more for women's than for men's at the beginning. I don't know who was sitting there. First road, I saw like a triangle. First road, second, and third.
That's the most congested area.
And probably the most privileged people that will be sitting there. You can't get the seats that easy on the first.
I don't know if there was seats.
Yeah, you think? No?
I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I see that lights going from first row to the second to the third. And the third is only one seat, one place, but that's what I see. Yeah, because if there will be seats, they will be probably pulling them to the... Yeah, they were standing, but it was like that.
Was he heartbroken?
Yeah, he was puking. Something upset him. And it's hard to upset a gambler. They usually can hold everything deep in the stomach, but it was looking like he was puking on something. He was upset about something. And maybe he had some illness that make him to feel sick. As a picture, I see him by muting.
So it was a statement against the government.
And the construction of highways and roads were collapsing. So, you know, it's like after earthquake, we went to Los Angeles after earthquake and everything was so destroyed.
We have to end it right now.
Okay. Good night. Thank you so much for watching us, and we really appreciate that you are sharing time with us. Please subscribe and or share the videos.